All right, I really love this style of workout. 15 minutes focusing on just one part of the body, training it as hard as you can, and then it's all done. So obviously once you've done your warm up, you're good to go. And this workout's all about the core, hence the core destroyer. So you're gonna have two categories of exercises. The category A exercises, you're gonna be doing 60 seconds of each one. Category B exercises, 30 seconds of each one. So your goal is to get through basically one of the category A exercises, then one of the category B exercises. Back to A, back to B, back to A, back to B. And you just want to go non-stop if you can for the full 15 minutes. Ideally, if you do have to stop, it's minimal. And what I would encourage is try and aim for at least 2 or 3 exercises stacked together before you give yourself a break. So 1 minute, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2.5 minutes of total time under tension for your core. That's a really good amount of time. Then you might need to take 30 seconds rest, then you get back into it. Now there's not many rules with this workout apart from we always want to go from one A exercise to one B exercise, back to A, back to B. You can choose to use the same exercise from A and the same exercise from B for the entire workout, or you can keep chopping and changing, moving it around. That's what I would encourage to do because it's all just going to be hitting our core muscles, our trunk muscles in a slightly different way. So let's get straight into it. All of the category A exercises are in the plank position, so let's just talk through the form for that plank. So what I'm doing down here is I'm making sure I've got 2 separate fists. I've got my elbows directly underneath my shoulders. I'm squeezing my fists so my knuckles go white. I'm bracing my upper back, my shoulders, my core. I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm locking my knees out so my quads are firing. And I'm bracing and holding that. So it's a very active hold position. I'm not dropping my head and I'm not looking up. I'm keeping a neutral cervical spine, neck, and a neutral back. Now that is our plank, that's our first option. The second option is a plank with a lower back tap. I'm still staying braced and I'm trying to avoid heaps of movement when I do that tap. The next one is a plank jack. So that's jumping the legs out and in, out and in. And the last one for category A is an uneven plank. Alternating which side you come up on first with each rep. That, my friends, are the 4 category A exercises. Now getting into category B, we've got a few different ones, but they're all performed on the back. The first one being the bicycle. Notice I'm not going really fast. That's partly so you can see what the technique's like, but also because you're actually going to get a better benefit, a better workout if you don't over rev up this exercise. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting my hands behind my ears, not my head. That will help encourage me to use my neck muscles to hold my head up instead of using my hands to do the work. So hands behind the ears. The next thing, when I rotate my trunk to bring the opposite elbow to knee, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. I'll show you on the other side. I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. So really lifting my trunk up so the arm is almost following what the shoulder's doing. I'm not just waving my arms. Opposite elbow to knee. That's our first one, the bicycle. The next one we're going for is a hollow body. So for this one, we lift our legs up high, back flat to the ground by drawing the belly button in, head off the ground slightly, arms off the ground at a 30-degree angle. Straighten the leg, point the toes. Lower down to a point where it's a challenge, and that's where you hold for your 30 seconds, making sure the back stays flat on the ground and the core is engaged. That's exercise 2. Number 3, we go for the lower ab scissor kick. For this one, we're going to put the hands underneath our lower back. That's at the level of the belly button, not underneath the hips, but underneath the small of the back. I then draw my belly button in and put pressure on my hands. Head goes to the ground, Legs come up, scissor kicks. With constant pressure on my hands the whole time, i.e. I've got my belly button drawn in and my back flat to the ground or flat to the hands. The last one, same setup with the hands, with the head, the spine. Lift the legs up, this time flutter kicks. If it's too hard, I go higher. If it's too easy, I go lower. That, my friends, is the core destroyer. 15 minutes of that, and I guarantee you will know you have abs, and I guarantee the next day you'll be thinking back to this workout, because with every step you take, your core will be telling you that it trained hard. But that's what it's all about. Have a fantastic workout.